Welcome to a freight operation session on Santa Fe's Brazos Valley Subdivision. Today we will be operating train number 17, locally known as the Brazos Valley Turn. It's a local freight that runs from Brownwood Yard to Glenrose Station, then returns to Brownwood Yard. We'll be switching various local industries on our route along the way. Our session begins in the dispatcher's office at the Brownwood Yard. Here we pick up our engine assignment card and our train orders. We are assigned engine number 5502, a GP40 based at Brownwood. Our train orders are for train number 17, known locally as the Brazos Valley Turn. We will be switching various local industries along the Brazos River between Stevenville and Glenrose Station. The yardmaster has positioned number 17's freight cars on track number 4 at Brownwood Yard. Our first task is to review the car cards for our train and ensure that our car cards match the freight cars awaiting us on track number 4. Once we have confirmed that our car cards and our freight cars match, we are ready for our first move. The yardmaster clears us to move number 5502 from the engine facility track to the caboose track. There we will pick up Train 17's assigned way car, which is waiting for us on the caboose track. On the Santa Fe, a caboose is always called a way car. After picking up the way car assigned to our train, we will move it to the engine facility track immediately adjacent to Train 17's freight cars on track number 4. Economy of movement is always the goal in switching operations. Moving the way car close to the train allows us to assemble Train 17 with the least amount of movement of the entire train. Now that we have positioned Train 17's way car, we are ready to couple the train with the way car. The yardmaster clears engine 5502 to move train 17 off of track number 4 and to couple it to the way car. Engine 5502 now backs train 17 the relatively few feet to couple with the way car. Train number 17 is now fully assembled and ready for departure. The crew informs the dispatcher that train 17 is ready for departure. They request clearance onto the main track to Stevenville. The dispatcher holds train 17 short of the main. The block to Stevenville is currently occupied by the westbound Angelo passenger train. The Angelo is inbound to Brownwood from Fort Worth. On the Santa Fe, all passenger trains run as first-class trains, and all freight trains run as extras. On the Santa Fe, passenger trains always have routing priority over freight trains. Adding passenger trains to our freight operating sessions provides a touch of realism and adds operating interest. Once the Angelo clears the main, train 17 is cleared onto the main track to Stevenville. To simulate the distance between Brownwood and Stevenville, Train 17 will complete one trip around our double loop layout. Train 17 stops on the inner loop passing siding to prepare for its first switching move. This will be the freight depot in Stevenville. Checking Train 17's car cards, we see we have 2 cars for drop-off at Stevenville Depot, a 40-foot box car and a 30-foot tank car. The remaining cars are 2 30-foot hoppers for the Lone Star Grain and a 40-foot box car for Glenrose Station. These cars will need a runaround move to drop them off. Next, we check the Stevenville card box and see that we have 1 pickup, a 40-foot reefer. The other car we will not be picking up, so we return that card to the card box. Train 17 will have to be turned for the return trip to Brownwood. The crew's first move will be to reposition the way car for the return trip. Engine 5502 makes the long runaround move to couple up with the way car. The way car will be spotted on the secondary track at Stevenville. Engine 5502 returns to the head of Train 17 to pull the 2 hopper cars for Lone Star Grain and the box car for Glenrose Station. These cars will be moved off of the runaround track and staged next to the Lone Star Grain siding track. The dispatcher clears 5502 onto the main track to pick up the reefer car at Stevenville Depot. 5502 positions the reefer car on the runaround track and moves to pick up the tank car and box car for Stevenville Depot. The dispatcher clears 5502 onto the main track with the tank car and box car for Stevenville Depot. "5502 clears the main track and moves to couple the reefer car to the weigh car. This completes the move at Stevenville Depot. "5502's next move will be to pick up and drop off hopper cars at Lone Star Grain. "5502 repositions the cars to be dropped off at Lone Star Grain and Glenrose Station. It then moves to Lone Star Grain siding track. The crew pulls the car cards from Lone Star Grain's card box. There are 2 hopper cars destined for Brownwood. 5502 will pick up these 2 cars. The 3rd hopper car will remain at Lone Star Grain. Its card is returned to the card box. Now 5502 will couple the hopper car to the reefer and weigh car. It will then drop off the 2 hopper cars at Lone Star Grain. This completes the switching move at Lone Star Grain. Train 17's final switching move will be at Glenrose Station. A check of the card box at Glenrose shows 1 box car ready for pickup. 5502 will pick up this car and couple it to the cars and weigh car for the return to Brownwood. "5502 then drops off the box car at Glenrose Station. This completes the switching move at Glenrose Station. "5502 is now ready to couple up Train 17 for the return trip to Brownwood. The dispatcher clears westbound Train 17 onto the main track for Brownwood. Train 17 will make one trip around the main track loop for its return to Brownwood. The Brownwood Yardmaster clears Train 17 onto the arrival and departure track at Brownwood Yard. This completes the Brazos Valley Turn for train number 17. We hope you've enjoyed this local freight operating session on the Santa Fe's Brazos Valley Subdivision.